Hey guys, welcome back to another FGO roll video. Today we have someone very special. We have Summer Kaama, or Avenger Kaama, whichever you prefer. So this banner's been out for probably 2 or 3 hours now, and yeah, I've been awake that entire time. I've just been too scared to actually roll on the banner, so here we are. I gotta do it eventually. If you are not familiar, this is my 4th video rolling for A Kaama, and the first 3 were for MP1 Kaama, so as you can probably imagine, did not go super well. But hopefully this time it's a little better. I have prepared a couple of catalysts. I don't really believe in catalysts too much, but you know, if I'm gonna suffer, might as well have fun with it. So I'll put the first one on the screen right now. Very simple. We're just gonna give our NA Kaama some head pats. Yeah, you see all the foes, all the grails, all the what are they called? Lures I've given you? Yeah, I've treated you very well, so please show up on JP. But yeah, let's not belabor the point anymore. Let's do the daily roll first. We are going to roll all of these quartz, by the way. I am going to probably save 14 or so just for the daily rolls. Because we're just going to get much more value from it that way, obviously. But yeah, like I said, I've been terrified of this banner. Start with the first 11 roll here. Because I remember we were speculating in my Discord chat a few weeks ago, a month ago, like what the summer servants could be. And I remember I stated at some point, you know, like, oh, I would love Summer Kaama, but you know, like, that's never gonna happen. And lo and behold, here we are, like 3 weeks later with Summer Kaama. Right after I wasted all my quartz on Morgan. Well, not really wasted, but you know what I mean. But yeah, not much going on with me. I did leave or go out of town for the weekend. And yeah, it's the first time I've really gone out that far since COVID. And of course, my car broke down, unfortunately. I was not planning to spend money on this banner either way, but if there needed to be a nail in the coffin, it was definitely my car breaking down this weekend. Yeah, I was just visiting a friend, and we were like sitting outside a store we had just visited, talking in the car, running the AC. And, you know, out of nowhere, my AC stops working, and I'm just like, oh, well, I guess my AC just doesn't work anymore. My car's kinda old-ish. It's like 2007, so like, it wasn't that big of a surprise. I was like, whatever. But then out of nowhere, there's like this weird sputtering sound, maybe? Tapping sound? I don't know. There was like a weird sound coming from the hood of the car, so I turned off the car. I was like, oh, that can't be good. Go out, and it is leaking coolant. So my choices were... well, I had 3 choices, I guess. First choice is I risk driving it and like overheating the engine or something and then ruining the car, which I was not going to do. And then my other 2 choices was a mechanic that was literally right next to us. It was like a chain mechanic. I do not like chain mechanics because they typically overcharge the hell out of you. But my other option was to hire a tow truck to bring it to another mechanic, which, you know, that's immediately like $100 surcharge. So either way, you know, it was kind of a shitty situation. Wow, that first pull was pretty bad. We'll do one more with this catalyst. But, the catalyst having been patting Kaama, by the way. But, yeah, I looked up what was probably wrong, and it was like, yeah, it's probably just like a radiator leak or something like that. Usually will cost you anywhere from $80 to $150 to both diagnose and fix, like, all together. So the guys call me like the next day and they're like, yeah, what you thought was wrong is what's wrong, but because of the model of your car, we don't have the part, it will take us a few days to get it. And I was like, oh, well, is it good enough I can just drive it home? And they're like, yeah, it's as long as you don't turn the AC on, that's where the leak is, you'll be fine. So I was like, okay, cool, I'll go pick it up. Go to pick it up. My dudes charged me $160 just to diagnose it. Like, This is why I hate chain mechanics. Is that a new CE for just this banner, or was that just a 3-star CE? Because I don't think... No, the 3-star CE was the shark one. So yeah, that's just a new CE for this banner, I think. That's awesome. Yeah, this 3-star CE is that one right there. But, yeah. If I was trying not to spend money on this banner before, I'm definitely not trying to spend money now. I guess some good news that came out of it is they told me my brakes are pretty much non-existent. They actually told me it probably isn't safe taking the like 2-hour drive home, but I mean I'm already used to driving with the brakes that worn out. But it's not really a matter of the brakes being more worn out than they should have been. It's like the brakes are almost gone. So, you know, I'd rather have been in this situation, lost some money, but found out, you know, my brakes basically don't work now instead of like, you know, further down the line where I need to use them and then they just stop working altogether. So, I mean, that may have indirectly saved my life at some point, or at least some form of injury, so I guess that's the bright side. I was supposed to use a different catalyst because this one was not working out. I was so caught up in my story, I forgot. But yeah, first two temples, very bad. Like, I've been so scared of this banner. Like, you have no idea how much the first Kama banner traumatized me. Like, I don't know. Let's talk about the 4 stars, I guess. In terms of the 4 stars, I don't know which one I would like more. I would definitely like one of each, at least. But I can't remember, is Sei AoE Berserker or single target? Because if she's single target, she would be my first choice, just because that's more useful to me. Canis is like the opposite. If she's single target, that's not as useful to me, but if she's AoE, then yeah, she would be pretty useful. That's my first 4 star for this event, by the way, so bless that, I guess. But yeah, but I think I have it backwards. I'm pretty sure Canis is single target, and I think Sei is multi-target. But my only experience with them is using them... That's the other 4-star CE. Oh, they must have both in the banner. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. Either that or the 3-star CE we got earlier was just like a random CE I hadn't gotten yet. But I think it was an event CE. But yeah, I think Canis is single target, unfortunately. Again, I've only used her like once in one of the like little side missions they gave you, so I'm not really sure. But Kama's awesome. I'm so glad Kama's like a farming servant. When I finally get her on NA, it's just gonna be so nice having one for bossing and then like one for like AoE bossing, but also farming predominantly. Plus, it gives me a reason to use my Castoria again. Ever since I got Morgan, I pretty much just use Vitch and Morgan. Yeah, Vitch and Morgan. I don't know what I said before, but what I meant was Vitch and Morgan. Wow, these are like the most awful temples I have ever seen. Okay, we'll try a different catalyst. So on the screen now, I will put a beautiful piece of art that I made. Hopefully it gives us some good luck. God, we're already 3 temples in and we have literally nothing. We would just have this CE. The good news is I need to clear out the shop, and these CEs are going to be helpful for that at least. I do need the 5-star one mainly, because it's like 400 for the lore, and then you have to get everything else. So the main thing I need is the 5-star one. Although I suppose I could just use supports with the 5-star CE instead, so it's really not that big of a deal. Please, Kama, please don't do it again. It was like 1,800 quartz last time, and I've said it before, but like I actually do not regret rolling that much for her. Like, you would think I'd be salty about it, or I'd feel some form of, like, resentment every time I used her, but I really don't. Like, there's a lot of servants where, like, I've spent, like, 150 paid quartz or something, and I end up regretting it later. Cool, the 5-star CD, awesome. That's Karen, right? I think that's Karen. But yeah, like, just 150 on, like, a servant, and I'm just like, you know, I kind of regret doing that. But then, oddly enough, like, the 1700 for 1800, I can't remember which, for one copy of Kama, it just never bothered me. I guess I just like Kama that much. Again, I much prefer it didn't cost that much, but, like, I don't find myself regretting it, oddly enough. Now, that being said, Delightworks, I'm just going to be real with you. We're in a situation where it's like, I can't give you anything else, so if you wouldn't mind just giving me Kama, like now, that would be greatly appreciated. Do I have an Avenger on JP? I'm trying to remember. I don't think I do, actually. So that's also nice. Let's see. We were starting at like 560, so we're already at 400. That's scary. We'll do one more with this catalyst, and then I'll try, I'm gonna try Akita Sean. I've never done Akita Sean. Like, even in private. Is that another new 5-star CE? I wonder if they have, the same drop effect. I'm sure they have different CE effects for sure, but I wonder if they have a similar drop effect. But yeah, I've never tried a Akita Sean before. I'm actually not 1000% sure what it is. I think it's 5 singles and then a multi, so that's what we're gonna do. Excuse me, just rehydrating as it were. But yeah, if that doesn't work, we're just done with Catalyst, I guess. I didn't really think it was gonna do anything, but it was worth a shot. Surprised they don't like my burb picture. I meant to put this in do not disturb mode. I hope no one messages me. I guess I could quickly put it on after this roll, but you know, me quickly blanking out the screen to put on do not disturb would be just as much of a disturbance as if I blanked out the screen for someone disturbing me, so maybe it's not worth it. But yeah, I still can't believe Summer Kama's a thing. Like, pretty much the last servant I ever expected. Not because she's not popular or anything, it's just there's so many servants I feel like they should have done before her. Again, I'm super happy she got it. It's just very surprising. No, a lot of people are upset about not getting Summer Erishkigal, although to be fair, we had no reason to think we were gonna get Summer Erishkigal, but like she is a servant where I feel like she probably deserved it more. Like, she doesn't really get that much love as of late, and she is a fan favorite. But I do like, it's awesome they chose Kama because this is the first time we've seen Kama in the story after her arc. So it is cool to see how she kind of like develops as a character, you know, post being an antagonist. Oh, we were supposed to do the Akita Sean. Whoops. Dude, we haven't even gotten a 4-star yet. What the heck? At least with the other one, they were like loading me up with Parvati's. I need to go back and count. I keep telling people it was like 18 Parvati's, which I think is correct, but I should go back and count at some point. Come on, give me a gold ring or something, please. I mean, the Karen CE's nice, but that's not really what I want. I just want Kama, please. You can take all the Saint Quartz for 1 Kama. I'm not gonna get greedy, just please. Please do not do this to me. You've taken my favorite servant, you've given it a summer variant. Just please do not do it. I will get more Kamas probably next year, but please, for right now, at least like satiate me with 1. I wonder how she's gonna be farming-wise. I remember seeing like the DPS numbers, and they look pretty good. I don't know how her MP gain is, but I think people, before she was even released, said she was gonna be a good looper. Whew. I am thinking about doing like a mini-series on the channel I did want feedback on. So I wanted to do like a comma-only account. Kind of like a mini-series. I'm sure it won't take me that long to finish. But basically see how far along I can get in with just comma. And there was basically two versions of it I was thinking. Either it's just I make an account with summer comma, and it can use like pretty much any like 3-star or less servant, including Mosh, and that's it. Or the other version would be I get an account that has a normal comma on it, and then roll and get a summer comma. And then basically, did I do another 11 pull? I'm sorry. Get a normal comma and then like a summer comma, and basically have it be like, I can use just those two, and then whatever the support servant is for the missions. And if there is no support servant, like default support servants, then I have to use like a support Mosh or something. I think the first one sounds harder, but the second one's more interesting just because Avenger Avenger Kama has the mechanic where her Noble Phantasm does more damage if they're charmed, and normal Kama has the mechanic where she charms enemies with her Noble Phantasm, which I think is kind of a cool little combo. But yeah, if anyone has opinions on that, that would be awesome feedback to have. We still have not gotten a 4-star servant. We are 17-ish minutes into the recording. This is reminding me of my first comma rolls. Please don't do this to me. Actually, it's technically worse. I mean, at least I was getting rare prisms with the other comma. This time I'm getting nothing, basically. Feels so bad. I worked so hard to get extra Saint Quartz and everything too. I think I did like 30 free quests between when they like the first week of summer was. Like when we saw Kama was in the trailer, I was like, oh no. Actually no, it was 30 from the leaks. Cuz I saw the leak where her character model was in it. And I was like, I don't 100% believe this, but I'm going to 350 already, really? Jeez. I'm going to save up some more Saint Quartz just in case. Okay, so it is 5 singles and a multi, I believe. But yeah, I remember the initial leaks were just like her second ascension, and they looked really basic, and I was kind of disappointed at first. But now that I've seen like her in-game model, I think it's just the way she like positions herself, but her second ascension actually looks really nice, despite the design itself being rather basic. Oh, we got a gold card finally. What's it gonna be? Berserk? Oh, Say. It's Say. Hey, how's it going, Say? That was the second roll, right? It was 2. I mean, the Kitashan's already like half working, although I think the 11 roll itself is the Kitashan, not the singles before it. Say, you have probably one of the longest intro. Oh my goodness, it's still going. Well, I was going to just let her. Okay, she's done. So this should be 3. But I'm glad she got a 4-star, because Say's one of those characters I've always wanted, but I don't really want to invest into getting a 5-star for her. So having her as a 4-star is really nice. I would say the same about Canis, but Canis was already a 4-star, so I guess it doesn't really matter either way. It's just 4, right? And then this is the last one before the multi. See if my boy Kita-shan is onto anything. My boy as in, like, his content is nice, not my boy as in I personally know him. I do not know him. Don't feel like I need to say that, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Okay, so here's the Kita-shan. Awesome start. I don't know why I'm being sarcastic about that. I mean, it could be an awesome start. And then we'll do a skip after this, spice it up a little bit. The video is already like 20 minutes long. Please, Kama. I gave you head pats. I made a beautiful picture for you. I painted the whole thing myself. It was a lot of work. I'm doing a Kita-shan, of all things. Remember last time, Kama, I was just doing vanilla rolls. Like, come on, you gotta hook me up with some kind of reward for all this extra effort. And Geronimo is not that reward. I'm just gonna go out and say that. Also, I swear, the last Avenger I rolled for on JP was Ushi, and it is what inspired my hate for Avenger of Shinjuku. He showed up twice on that banner. So, like, I got 2 gold Avenger cards, and they were both Shinjuku, and I was so pissed about it. If he shows up during these rolls, I'm actually going to lose my shit. Like, I think I might actually quit the game. Assuming we don't get Kama, like, before or afterwards. I mean, we get him somewhere before or after. It still irritates me. I will find it in my heart to forgive Delightworks somehow. Hey, Kita-shan, your thing's broken. Do I need to, like, call a mechanic to come do a super absurdly priced diagnosis of it? So is the Kita-shan's radiator perhaps leaking? That's a sentence right there. Well, not a huge fan of the Kita-shan, I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's just no catalyst. Quick skip. So yeah, just tap. More CEs, more CEs. That's not. I mean, I think that's max limit broken now. That's something, supposedly. Come on, servant. Nope, CE. Well, at least they have the. Ooh. Oh, it's Say again. I mean, cool, it's Say again. I mean, it's like, it's better than us getting nothing in that situation, but, you know. Another one? Okay, that was like a pretty good roll, though. I cannot lie. Yeah, that's far from a min roll, that's for sure. You know, that one went so well. Let's try one more of those. Come on, Kama. Okay, how about we don't do any more of those? It's we're at 250. That's over half. I'm sweating a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Just trying to start this pretty optimistic. That's why I was waiting so long after the banner had already dropped. I was trying to let those nerves die down a little bit, but this is not looking super great. I mean, I'll technically have like 14 rolls like of the dailies or something like that. It may be slightly less, but I really don't want to have to rely on that. Especially after I got all these Saint Quartz for you. In addition to like the 2,000, 2,100 in total I dropped for you last time. I mean, come on, you're not Ishtar. Like, please don't be so greedy. Hey, maybe we need the Trick Delight works. Maybe it's the Desire Sensor. Oh boy, what I wouldn't give for a Canis. Oh, Canis is totally the only servant I want on this banner. Wink, wink. Let's do a skip and see if that... Okay, that did not work. I mean, all I want is Canis. So you gotta do it, like, at the beginning of the roll. Because they lock it in beforehand, so, like, you know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna start tapping. I'm at the point where I'm starting to feel depressed. These aren't even event related. Please, comma. That's a servant. That's a servant. That's an Avenger. Yeah, let's go. It worked. Yes. Oh, they're not gonna do me dirty again. Yes. Yes. Oh, praise Burb. Praise, thank you, Canis, for being a scapegoat. And most of all, thank you, Comma, for not having a repeat of, what was that, March? Oh, thank you. Yes, foo 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 foo. Oh, thank you. That's such a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. You have no idea, legit, since she was announced, I've had so much anxiety. I was like, oh man, I have fucked up so badly. Because I've gotten to where I play my JP account probably more than I do my NA account. At least outside of events. So when I heard there was like going to be a summer comma that was arts that would actually be usable on this account, I was like, if I don't get her, I'm just gonna lose all motivation to play my JP account. It's basically gonna become a dead account. But thankfully that did not happen. Thank you so much, comma. I love you to death. Can you hook me up with MP2? You know, I don't think this balances out, you know, spending 1,800 for one copy of you last time, so, let's try the Canis thing again. Oh, please, I just want a single Canis. Which isn't untrue at this point. She's oddly the only one we haven't seen yet. I don't think I care enough to wait until her banner to keep rolling, though, so if we get her, we get her. But yes, huge weight lifted off my shoulder. I wasn't going to do the comma only account if I didn't get comma on this account, because I would have been too salty about it. But now that I've gotten her on this account, that is definitely going to happen. There is another Say. Hello. Are we going to get MP5 Say? I would not be opposed to that. But yeah. Looking to be an awesome day. Actually, right before this, I was debating, do I want to, like, go get some food and, like, eat before doing the rolls? Because, like, oh, that sounds like it would elevate my mood and it would make the whole roll session a lot better. But I was also like, you know what sounds like an awesome time? Just going, getting some lunch, some, like, finger food, basically. Putting up some YouTube. And then having, like, FGO on my other phone on the side. Just grinding stuff for, like, comma. Oh god, I didn't even think about what her mats are. It's whatever. We did the hardest part, which was actually getting her. But like having her on the side, grinding mats, XP, stuff like that, eating some lunch, watching some YouTube, that sounded like a great evening. Of course, if I didn't get Kama, what would have happened is basically that entire meal would have been so depressing. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to go ahead and eat before this, even though I'm not really that hungry, or to wait till afterwards. Wow, say, calm down. One thing's for sure, the Canis thing works, like, to some extent. Oh, I haven't even talked about Kama herself. Where to even start with her? So, if I'm comparing her to, like, the original, so, like, with the original, I don't care too much for Nugget, like, out of the first Ascension. Second Ascension, like, as a whole, is my favorite. And then Third Ascension, I'm not super fond of, but I think the MP is super awesome. Here, it's like they flip-flopped everything. So the Third Ascension is by far my favorite, just as a whole. But I think can I stop getting that CE, please? I've like max limit broken it, and I have like half another one half max limit broken. Anyways, stop digressing. Summer Kama, I think her MP is cooler on her first and second Ascension, because I like that they have the Dark Grail, or Tainted Grail little titans. I'm sure they have a proper name. I can't remember what they refer to them as in Fate Stay Night, though. Actually, I don't know that they refer to them with, like, any proper noun. I think they just kind of describe them. But I could be wrong. I mean, I don't doubt there's a proper noun for them now. I just don't know if it's something I've come across in the past or not. I'm still really hoping for MP2 Kama, so, like, if you'll hook me up, really appreciate it. I don't know if she's one of the servants where for farming you really want her MP2 or not. Granted, next year I will probably roll for MP5. But in the meantime, I would like MP2. What else has been going on? Let's see. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Plenty of awesome people there. We've started doing like some minor like Discord events. Like we had FGO Bingo we're doing right now. I want to experiment with some other things. I thought the main thing was actually going to be the FGO Bingo, but it was so hard making tasks surrounding Gilfest, where there's like 100 exhibition quests, that I'm not really sure I can make a bingo card for every event, just simply because there doesn't seem like there'd be enough content in all of them. But we'll see how that goes. This one's still wrapping up. I'm going to get feedback on that. But yeah, join the Discord if you're interested in talking about FGO. Pretty cool community there. Still haven't moved to Japan, unfortunately. It's actually like the 12th, I think, was when they had extended their state of emergency to. And I had a feeling they were going to extend it again, but some good news is the Department of Health there, I believe it was, said that they're pretty dead set on opening the country by the end of the month, which hopefully is good news for me, because, you know, better job means better pay, which means more commas in the future. There was like a slight pause there. I was actually kind of wondering if there was more commas right now, but apparently not. I love that 3-star CE, by the way. It's adorable. Oh boy. It's also funny because I remember during the anniversary event, one of the banners only had like 4 servants on it, and one of them was Kama, and I was like, if I roll on this banner, I'm pretty likely, or I have a pretty good chance of getting, like, vanilla Kama. But I remember making the conscious decision of, you know, I feel like that would actually be a bad thing, because then what does my NA account have that my JP account doesn't? So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. But we ended up with a comma on the account anyway, so here we are. See, do we have 3 or 4 saves? I think we have 3, right? 3? I think it's 3. We're still recording, right? Yeah, we're still recording. I love using this phone to record as opposed to the one I was using before, because there's like a little timer in the corner, so I can just see if it is still recording without actually disrupting the video, which is really nice. How many do we have after this? So we have this one, and it said we'll have 71 left. So we'll go ahead and do the two entire multis, and then I'll have 11 paid Saint Quartz left over. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. In terms of like, how do I think these rolls are going, just subjectively, I believe the average for a 5-star is about 500 Saint Quartz. Is that the average? I don't remember. 500 is around the point where you would expect to have had one by that point. Because 300, I know like the assumption is probably like, oh, 1%. You would expect it in 100 pulls, which is 300 Saint Quartz. That's not how statistics works. I think it's like at 100 pulls, it's like a 50-50 chance you would have had a 5-star at that point statistically. So I think 500 is where it is very, very likely that you would have gotten a 5-star by that point. So, I mean, getting one at all is technically lucky. I mean, I will not complain about it. I'm super happy about it. I mean, I think it took 3 to 400 in total, 300, 350, so something like that. It's substantially less than 1700. So I'm in no position to complain. I'm pretty happy about this. I don't think it's necessarily lucky in any way. In fact, I think we're pretty unlucky in terms of 4-stars. I think we've only gotten the 3 says so far, which it's like a 4% chance for a 4-star. I think if we go the rest of the rolls without like 1 or 2 more 4-stars, I think we can consider that unlucky for the most part. Now, again, there's multiple ways the universe can counterbalance this. If you want to give me comma, that's, I think that's a fair trade. My 4-stars for a 5-star, you feel me? Do we want to skip this? The video is almost 40 minutes. That's going to look very deceiving, I think. I think people are going to assume I kept rolling until I got one and then stopped, probably. So it's probably going to look like, from, like, just the thumbnail not starting the video at all, that I went the entire video without a comma, which thankfully is not the case. Because that's what the other videos are. Like, this is the 4th comma video, technically. The other 3 being, like, the vanilla comma on NA. And 2 of those videos, I think, are, like, 40 minutes long. And they're 40 minutes long because I just went 40 minutes dry, so I think that's probably the immediate assumption anyone that watched those videos will have. Dude, I feel so blessed. Like, we haven't gotten a Canis at all, but we did get a comma, which seems backwards to me. It very easily could have been the other situation, and it probably should have been the other situation where we got, like, say, and then Canis, and then no comma. Again, 1 copy of Canis would be pretty cool, but I'm fine relying on the daily rolls to potentially get a copy of her. Because, like I said, I'm going to do that anyways to try to get another comma. It is a little unfortunate, though. I did want to roll a little bit for 1 Anastasia, which I don't think I'm going to do, because I think my, like, prerequisite to do that was to at least have MP2 comma, which we have not gotten. And even if we get her at this point, it's not really worth rolling for the Anastasia, because we're probably not going to get her. But it's not a complete loss. I was doing a daily roll on the other banner before this one came up. And I got the other 5-star, what was it, Charlotte? Which, you know, that's not nothing. I remember when she first came out, people were running like the damage numbers and they were saying DPS-wise, she's only like behind Ilya for casters. Again, I don't know the validity of that, but if that is true, I am very happy to have her. My JP account does not have a single caster DPS unit. This is the last pool already. Oh please, great Delightworks. Great. Everything holy in the universe. Please give us one more comma. Please, one more comma. The amount of anxiety I had leading up to this banner, please, just give me one more comma. I'm tempted to roll with the last 11 Saint Quartz too. I really shouldn't. Because I'm going to do the daily rolls anyway, so using those 11 Saint Quartz basically means I have to buy more, so... Even though it wouldn't be that much, I think I need to not do that. I could do some more. She has like 2 more weeks. I could do some more free quests, which I'll probably do. I'll probably clear out the event as much as I can, and then focus on free quest from now until her banner goes away. Because I could definitely do that. Oh, wait. Please, you know. There is a God in the universe. There is a God in the universe, everybody. Oh my bless. We didn't even get a Canis and we got 2 commas. There's... Dude, I wish I used face cam right now. I wish I had something better than my, like, shitty laptop camera because, like, I'm caressing my head so fucking hard right now. You don't even know. What? I can't believe that. We actually got 2. You know how much it took me to get 2 on the other one? It took 2,100. I mean, granted, it was like one of those was 1,700, so like it's not really like one of them was 300, which was actually pretty lucky. But you know, in total, that was 2,100 for MP2 comma on my NA account. We have gotten MP2 comma in what we were rolling 567 minus 11, so like that shouldn't take me as long as it did. 556, I believe. Wow. Do I want to push by luck? Are we near a double roll, a super roll? Will that get it for us? 4. No, that means we need 5. That means we need 15 Saint Quartz. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. You know what? Since we were so lucky, I will do one more pull. Because it means I'm going to have to put like $4 on the account. It's really not a big deal. This is one last celebratory roll. It looks like it was nothing, but bless these rolls anyways. Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you. And you know what, while we're at it, I didn't do my daily roll on this banner. I'm going to stop doing my daily rolls on this banner pretty soon, but, oh, I lied. I did do the daily roll. How about that? Either way, this has been such a blessed video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was so much better than the other comma videos. Again, if you saw those videos, you would understand why I was so anxious about this. But it ended up not mattering. We got MP2. So, thank you so much, Delightworks. Anyways, looks like this is a good time to wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're rolling for comma, I hope your luck is just as good. Actually, if you're rolling for anything on these 2 banners, please, the best of luck. You can have whatever luck I have left over, please. Take it. But yeah, Thank you guys so much, and I will see you again in the next one. Later.